Good morning, everybody. Welcome to today's Reading the Red this Friday morning. It's going to be a really hot day, so enjoy it. We're looking at Matthew 10:40, and we are looking at instruction that Jesus has given to his disciples with regards to equipping them to be an inspiration in their lives to the people around them, to have the resources upon them to know exactly what God thinks about them. So Jesus is really trying to impart his heart to his disciples so that they get an understanding, and they in turn can then give to others what they themselves have received from him. And we are really, as it were, historically, the benefactors of that journey. It's still the same revelation to us as disciples. So in verse 40, we read these words: "He who receives you receives me, and he who receives me receives him who sent me." So he who receives you receives me. What does that mean? Well, it means this, that when someone is willing to embrace what you're about to say to them, show them, do for them, they are receiving you. They have accepted and believed and embraced, as it were, who you are, where you've come from, and what you're saying. And so he says, he who receives me, you receives me. And so therefore, we are giving Jesus away. We're not giving ourselves away. We're giving Jesus away. Now, in order for us to be giving Jesus away, we need to be doing what Jesus is saying, Jesus is doing. We need to be, as it were, representing him, truly representing him. Rather than representing ourselves, we are representing him. So when Jesus says, if they receive you, then they're receiving me, they're saying in effect, because you're doing what I'm doing. And if they receive me, Jesus says, then they're receiving God, Father, who sent me. See, God gave to Jesus something, and Jesus came and done it. And then Jesus gave to the disciples something, and the disciples went and done it. And disciples from that point onward have been doing that ever since. And we are benefactors of that journey, and we are, as it were, the message of that journey to the next generation. And when we look in our world today and we see really a wholly broken society, there isn't anything that is not broken. We need most desperately people who will rise up and represent God's ways to the world in their confusion and uncertainty, in their brokenness and in their despair. We need disciples to rise up and live representative lives of heaven on earth. Otherwise, what will happen is that the light of the glory of the gospel will go dim and nobody will be able to see. And if you just look across the world and you see those countries, especially in Europe, that have known and embraced but have allowed the light to grow dim, the light is dim. And the representation of the kingdom people are not so bright. We need those in these days who will let their light shine in such a way that they will see God and glorify him, so they will embrace the truth of the gospel. Let your light shine today in such a way. Have a great Friday. Be blessed. Have a great weekend. And I'll see you on Monday morning.